VLSos here. This is a video lesson on rounding numbers. We're going to start with an example and then review the process of rounding. We could be asked to round to the nearest hundredth and be given a number to work with, 123.4567 in this case. How do we do that? We're going to follow a process which begins with finding the place to round to. In this example, we're told to round to the nearest hundredth place. The places or the positions of these digits are the 1 is in the hundreds place, 2 in the tens, 3 in the ones, 4 in the tenths, 5 in the hundredths, 6 in the thousandths, and 7 in the 10,000ths. This 5 is in the place that we're asked to round to. So we'll call that the place. Next, we look to the digit to the right. If 5 is the place that we're going to round to, then we look to the digit to the right, the number that is to the right, and that's 6 in this case. We'll call that the digit. And we take the next step. If that digit is five or greater, then we're going to round up by adding 1 to the place. So we want to round to this 5. We look to the right and see a 6. The 6 is 5 or greater, so we are going to round up. And we do that by adding 1 to the 5. When we do, the 4 hasn't changed, but this 5 turned into a 6. And then 4, turn all digits to the right of the place into 0. Or erase them. If they are after the decimal point. So when we increase the 5 to 6, we round it up. Then what remained of the 6 and the 7 or anything afterwards got turned into 0. And since we're after the decimal place, we can ignore those zeros and not write them at all, which produced the answer 123.46. Another example. round to the nearest 1,000. The number 23,456. We'll go through this process. First, find the place to round to. We're told the nearest 1,000 place. The 3 is in the 1,000 place. Then look to the digit to the right, which is a 4. If that digit is 5 or greater, and it's not, round by adding 1 to the place. But we're not going to add 1 to this 3 because the digit to the right is not 5 or greater. So we go on to step 4, turn all the digits to the right of the place into 0. So we keep the 2 and the 3, and then the digits to the right of the 3, the 4, 5, and 6 get turned to zeros. There is what we call truncating. And truncating is similar to what we're doing, but it's not rounding. Truncating is dropping all digits to the right of the place, or turning them into 0. For example, we could be asked to truncate the number 123.456 to the nearest hundredth. 5 is in the hundredth place. To truncate to the hundredths place would then be to simply drop all the digits, in this case the 6th, from the number and turn it into 123.45. Truncating is not rounding. Notice the similarity to the example in which we rounded, that the result is different. It's more accurate to round numbers than to truncate.